This is your daily market recap for Wednesday, January 12th, 2022. Let's go. This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the trading agent, and this is my stock, Bitcoin, gold, and silver daily market recaps. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Thank you.
This is Dan Max at EXP Realty, aka the trading agent, and this is your daily market recap for January 12th, 2022 for stocks, Bitcoin, gold, and silver. Let's get into it. So, again, if you have any questions about this video or anything from the channel, please stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Let's jump into it. Good old Bitcoin. We have been, right and wrong in certain places. However, I will say the most recently, muy right, very right. This green zone we talked about was support and resistance. You can see this candle right here on the daily. When you see the hourly, really can blows your mind. Held levels, failed levels, chop, 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 chop. Long wick, huge volume, game over, going higher. I mean, it's literally that simple. I project Bitcoin at this point should get back probably to 50,000 short term. I think that's a safe number from 40 or 39 to 40. Once it gets to this level, next level, I mean, just know your levels. It's really that simple. Just know your levels. And on that note, let's jump into it. TLT, I say this every day, as long as rates stay stable, stay in this chop zone, I don't think there's a big deal. We tested the range lows coming from range highs. Looks like bond yields are dropping. This is going a little higher for now. Just watch the 141s. It's really that simple. Just don't overthink it. The dollar, we have been waiting to see this move, and we got it. We said it was the chop zone, it was going to fail. Now you're below the channel. 100 days coming. I think we could get much, much lower. It seems very obvious the dollar is not in good shape at this point with what's going on economically. It just is what it is, man. A lot of people have ideas about the overall economy, why this is happening. Let's just say this is not going to be bullish the dollar. I think you're going to have... trying to draw, and this mouse has just been incredibly frustrating. Every day I say I'm going to get a new one, I forget. I think you get back down to 25 area. I would watch that. At this point, I don't have anything nice to say about Mr. Dollar. I think it should be going a lot lower. That gap, pro gap with volume should open the door for much lower prices in the dollar. Senior VIX. We've talked about it getting up to 21. I'm sorry, 27, backed off. Now you hit another level. Again, I have these levels here for a reason. They usually matter. I think we, here in the middle of January, seasonality, check the room, board notes about such. Typically bullish. It's really that simple. I mean, I always tell people every time the VIX pops, I mean, you should just short the crap out of it. This thing is just an ultimate dog. So congrats to the people who are shorting the VIX. Let's get into the market. 20-day in red here is important. There's an indecision day. I don't really see anything wrong with it at this point because 2 days up, little indecision, that's pretty normal. Just, it's that simple. Watch the 20-day in red, then you have problems. QQQ, definitely not performing as well, below the 20-day. And again, I think the Qs are going to lag. They have been on an insane run. You have long hammer, doji, lower lows. I think it's due to pull back. How far, how fast? Again, if you traded other decades, you do remember when the Nasdaq would underperform and did not act as well because commodities led. And speaking of commodities, let's jump into metals. Look at this monthly chart. You're breaking the handle downtrend. Look at the daily, folks. There's another little downtrend. We broke it. The volume isn't amazing, but I think you got higher prices coming. Same thing with silver. Look at this back test. Fill the gap. The volume is increasing, and we broke the downtrend. Seasonality matters. If you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to seasonality with metals, here you go. Gold does the best. Mid-December runs up into March, and then seasonality says you get choppiness, and you get another run in July. So far, so good. It's really that simple. Let's run through the minors real quick because they all look great, in my opinion. You filled a gap right here. You filled this gap right there. You had a big gap, novice gap, doji ripping right back. Everybody who shorted is wrong. Same thing with the GDXJ. filled the gap. Doji ripped right back. Everybody was wrong. AG, we've talked about this one. If you hopefully you bought it under 10 like we did, wham, right back. You've got now again, it's a choppy pattern, but hey, silver miners have a lot of room to run. KL, we've talked about this. You got to buy this thing when it dips. We talked about this left-right combo. Man, I wish people would pay attention to left-right combos when we talk about it, because this candle should be bearish. There's indecision, and so either it's real simple, you continue lower or you chop out. But when you see a big ass green candle after, that's a left-right combo. This is a doji or doji in the middle, then you usually go higher. KL's come right back, not surprised. Oh man, it's just that simple. It's tiring to repeat myself. I'm just kidding. The 20-day for PAAS again filled the gap, looks good. Let's get into some of the relative performance. So look at the Qs since November. Peaked. Look at, say, US Steel since November, bottomed, running higher. Watch this trend line. I like it. If we break this 25, 26 level, we're going higher. Here's a company that's very much outperforming. When you talk about relative performance, since November, VALE was at 11. Now it is at 15s. That says a lot. You got to watch what's going on with commodities, because we'll go into oil later, but look at tech. It's just not leading. It is just absolutely not leading. It can be choppy, sloppy. We talked about AMD touching the upper trend line, head and shoulders top, fail, 100-day it held. We talked about that, and now you're bouncing. I would keep it real simple. I'm not super bullish tech. I think it could chop around. I think it could do okay. Certain tech will do well, but overall, I'm staying away from the sector. I'm playing what's working. Apple, I've said all along, I think it's getting up into the 190s. Check out the monthly on it. Here you go. Like, that's what I'm looking for. I think you're going to get up there probably at some point. Who knows? They got a big buyback, big dividend. It bounced. It looks okay. Apple's not that bad. Talk about MicroStrategy, because it's a Bitcoin proxy, meaning that when Bitcoin moves, so does this. I like it. You got down here. I mean, you literally blew everybody out. You filled this little baby gap. And this is why you always watch gaps. Baby gap. It literally was a baby gap, because you had a doji little bottom. Nice pop off the bottom. I think get over the 20-day, you really can start cooking. Roadblocks. This is another one we put out a trade alert. Again, subscribe. There's trade alerts. I drop tons of them. If you're not paying attention, I usually drop them before the trade starts because I'm anticipating it. So this red zone had 10, 15 points. I think this thing chops for a while. Typically after big moves up, consolidates. Not surprised. Just keep that in mind. I don't think it might be ready for the big dance yet, but keep it on your watch list. RIVN. Talked about breaking the IPO levels, went lower, popped, failed at the 20-day. Trade was over. We'd like the buy to go up. It didn't really have the punani juice, the PJ to go. Hit the 20-day, backed off. It needs to get back over the previous lows, but this is technically a downtrend, lower lows. So keep it in mind. It could be basing. I've seen IPOs, stocks IPO and go below their IPO price. It's not out of ordinary. Tesla, again, leave it alone. Trade it, scalp it, but it is probably in this digestion period. Last time you had a big monster move, it digested. I think Tesla is going to digest. I'm not over here saying Tesla's going to the ground. I'm just saying I just don't think it's worth watching, because I think there's better trades out there. You're going to find yourself stuck watching this, and it might not make new highs, and it might make just choppy lows. It's not going to be exciting. UTHR, watch the channel low, hit it, bounce. Didn't really hit it. I guess it short armed it, but it's in between. This is in between no man's land. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Let it do what it's going to do. PENN, Anthony's asking about this one. I gave up on it because if it can't move with the market now, when's it going to move? However, there is a short squeeze at some point going to happen on this. This big day, all these, the market may have to absorb all this volume. I think it will pop at some point. It's just, man, I'm losing my hair watching this thing, watching the paint dry. EXPI, you're welcome. We talked about this one. I put, again, trade alert. Trade alert said, watch the monthly trend line. Boom, and it pops. Again, go, if you don't believe me, go look at the channel. I post this stuff. I try to post it before it happens, or I post it when I think it's confirmed happening. Looks good. Here's some other ones that we talked about previously. XOP and ExxonMobil. It's ended on commodities. Said break the downtrend. It broke out without volume, back tested, and then ripped. Notice the volume increased once it went off and retested the back tested the trend line. Now let's end it on the classic channel break with volume. ExxonMobil. You have a down channel break. Look at the volume expands. This thing rips. I hope this kind of stuff helps. Again, if there's plenty of educational videos, if you're not sure how some of the stuff works, ask questions. Do not think you are above learning. I have been trading for 20 years, and every day I think I learn something new, in the sense that things are always changing. How you have to look at things and how you have to interpret them from the past, from what you know, what you've learned. You're not alone. Come by the Discord room, subscribe. I think you'll find tremendous value and such. I appreciate everybody. I will see you guys and gals.
Thanks for watching. For more trading knowledge and insight, click on the videos on the right, and also join the Discord room. Link is in the description below. If you have any questions, please stop on by the Discord room and let's chat. Thank you.